Like the video right now, or your dog will eat your controller. Certain foods have a correct way of eating them. What are some wrong ways to eat those foods? In Australia we have something that we affectionately call a democracy sausage. On election day, people do fundraising for the school soccer team or the local Boy Scouts club etc. by selling homemade cakes, cookies and most importantly snags a sausage and a piece of bread. Inevitably there's news stories on election day showing the candidates awkwardly eating their snag from the top rather than eating it from the end like a regular human. Presumably they either don't want photos of them deep throating a sausage or covered in tomato sauce, or they've never actually ate a snack previously due to being rich people insulated from reality. I had a friend in high school who would eat a taco in the most peculiar way that I'm at a loss to easily describe. He started by taking a huge bite out the top middle, then he would eat the little flaps around his bite mark, and take another bite out of the middle, and nibble off the edges again. When all the lettuce, tomato, and cheese parts were gone, and it was just a little tortilla boat of meat, he would just eat that all in one go. I should mention that the last I heard about him there was speculation he was now working for the CIA. 1. You opened a Doritos bag. 2. You grab some Doritos. 3. You lick the Doritos. 4. All the flavor no carbs. Please don't do this. My ex-wife used to do exactly this. One by one, she'd take a Dorito out of the bag, lick all of the flavoring off of both sides, then put it in a bowl. When she was done, she'd give the bowl to the dog and let her eat the chips. Yeah, no wonder you divorced her lol. He didn't really have a choice at that point. How do you work through something like that? One day I was walking home, and a friend was walking the same path. He was the kind of troublemaker kid who was genuinely funny and knew when to actually stop when things got too far. This time he didn't. I gave him my orange, and he said thanks right before eating it like an apple. I almost fell over by how disgusting it was. He didn't flinch. He didn't spit out the peel. He didn't do anything. It was so wrong. My sister is a freak of nature, and she eats her banana kind of like corn on the cob. She will peel the banana halfway, and then scrape the sides with her teeth making it shiny, and then she would eat the center remains. I think she should have been put up for adoption. Chomping the whole artichoke leaf, or just sitting there with a spoon, and scraping all the edible bits into a bowl, and eating them all at once. That's such a gross mental image. Eating the tamale with a husk. Carbonated beverages with your mouth sealing the bottle. Good way to get pressurized CO2 in your nose. My wife drinks everything from a bottle this way. Slams it back like Napoleon Dynamite chugging Gatorade after an intense dance sesh. It's the little things that keep love alive. Eat a piece of corn like a banana. What about eating a banana as if it were a cob of corn? That's just as bad. Moving your mouth to the banana instead of banana to your mouth. No one's saying you can't eat a banana, Terry, but you can't stand on the corner sucking it for 30 minutes. You actually have to take a bite. What am I supposed to do? Just stick the whole thing in my MO? Hello. Hard-boiled egg, still in its shell. Just swallow it whole. What are you, a snake? Bananas with a shell. Boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She ate that shell. She ate that shell. Korean thing. People order bibimbap and don't mix it up then try to eat it with chopsticks. Pretty hilarious to watch. I'm trying to think of an American equivalent to this, but I'm failing. Ordering the grilled fajita plate. Then eat just the meat. Then just the rice. Then just the tortillas. Finish off with the veggies. I once had a friend who ate mangoes peel and all. He said that he didn't understand why people liked them. He thought they tasted like pancake batter. You're not supposed to take a bite of a piece sushi and then put it back down on the plate. You have to either stuff the whole thing in your mouth or hold it until it's finished. If you put it back on the plate in front of the chef they take it away. I think this is a hardcore Japanese traditional rule, but that's what I was told at a legit traditional Japanese sushi restaurant in SF. Edit. Yeah right, don't know what to do with an oversized piece of sushi either, but I have a big ass Steve Tyler mouth, so I usually just go for it. Bite into an onion. Eat ramen block dry with a seasoning. I used to do it all the time in elementary school. Just make sure you have something to drink. Did that in elementary too. Open it up, empty the seasoning into the package, close the package as best you can, and then smash it up and shake it around. 4th grade was fun. Soup in a plate with a straw. This doesn't apply to those who need straws to be able to eat soup. Life is soup. I'm fork. My cousin once insisted this was correct when confronted on it. 1. Fill bottom of bowl with a generous helping of Parmesan cheese. 2. Thrown on a pile of hot, freshly cooked spaghetti noodles. 3. Dump some cold sauce out of the fridge on top. That's the whole point. The mix of hot and cold. And you can scrape up cheese with every bite. I also once had a neighbor who ate ketchup soup. It was ketchup poured into a bowl and eaten with a spoon. Eating a babable cheese without acting like the red wax wrapper is Pac-Man afterwards. Wait, you are supposed to take the red part off before you eat it? No. The white stuff is a tasteless wax filler that helps the thin red cheese maintain its unique shape. You throw it out before eating. Holding your cup with your hand inside the cup, or holding the cup with your teeth while drinking from it, trying not to spill all over yourself. Eating cereal with a fork. Sounds like a challenge when you're out of clean spoons and too lazy to wash anything. Nearly all food should go in the mouth, so eating through the anus would be considered wrong for things like spaghetti, pineapple, sliced ham, and broccoli, etc. Thank you for your examples. It's so we don't mistake them for the anally edible vegetables such as cucumbers, carrots, eggplants, and such. You can name more, I've still got room. Never eat ass with a fork. Once I had a substitute teacher just drink an entire bottle of steak sauce. One go. In my personal opinion, there is no right way to consume steak sauce, but that man found one of the worst. Seeing it slowly glug down his throat, its pure viscosity making each swig a concentrated effort, was absolutely horrifying. I never wish to see something that unpleasant again. String cheese without peeling it. Had a friend who was a slow eater and wanted the milk to stay cold while he ate his cereal. His solution? Ice. A man at work would eat eggs dipped in peanut butter. Caviar sucked straight out the fish cut. This is a sentence I didn't think I'd ever eat. I wish I could uneat it. My very Anglo grandparents came to visit when I was 5 and took me and my sister out to eat at our favorite Mexican restaurant. We all ordered tacos, hard shell. They proceeded to cut the tacos with a knife and fork. I proceeded to exhale chewed up tacos out my nose because I couldn't stop laughing. My ex-grandfather-in-law was a retired officer and served as a dentist. The first time I met him, he offered me a cup of coffee. I was very nervous meeting him. He was a very well-established man, and he meant a great deal to my ex, so I was focused on making a good first impression. I accepted his offer, and he made me a cup of coffee how I liked it, black, and handed it to me. I was about to take a sip, and he said back quote wait. He went and grabbed a straw and educated me on the horrors of what hot coffee hitting my poor teeth and the immense damage to the enamel it caused. So, as to not be rude, I shotgun steaming hot coffee to the back of my throat via a straw for the next 20 minutes while we talked. Had a burn for the next 4 days in the back and roof of my mouth. I have a friend. He bakes potatoes, then eats them like an apple, no butter, no sour cream, no chives, just eats it straight like a goddamn apple. Eating a steak with ketchup. If your steak calls out to you that it needs ketchup to taste good, You've gone too far. I agree. I mean, I like steak sauce a lot. Sometimes I want it with my steak. But if I need steak sauce or ketchup to help me get a piece of meat down, then somebody done screwed up. Amen to that. Leaving meat on the bones when you are eating wings. My dad eats grilled cheese with great jelly on it. A girl I went to high school with would pop whole cloves of garlic in her mouth. Eating a burrito horizontally, from the middle. Eating a pizza crust first. Dipping sushi entirely in soy sauce. Telling the Indian restaurants to make curry mild. Eating a burger with a knife and fork. I have a friend who likes eating lemons so much her dentist had to beg her to stop eating them. She refused to stop entirely, but compromised and reduced to only 1 lemon a week. She did at least peel them, but I've been in awe of her citrusy fortitude ever since. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And yes, this is a free outro template, you plebs.